Hello everybody, I am the Linkzilla, and welcome to The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. Now, basically speaking, this is a very important game to me. It was the first Zelda game I ever played, so one way or another, the legend began here. And to me, I think that it always will begin here. This is an important year because starting in November of 2008, this game celebrated its 20th anniversary. Now, some of you might have known that because, like, on my channel I did kind of an impromptu little audio drama, basically trying to dramatize, like, the events of this game and use them to kind of explain the backstory of my character. But things didn't exactly pan out. The series wasn't exactly as easy as I'd hoped it would be. Kind of made my editor a little bit frustrated with me, but we basically decided that if the series was to continue, I would, of course, have to start playing the game itself. So, we basically, the 20th anniversary of this game isn't up until November, so I figured that now would be the perfect time to start playing some of this game. And it would basically kind of like give me a chance. Like, I just finished God of War, and basically now I have a little bit of a break from doing Kingdom Hearts and the Summer of Kingdoms, so now basically I can do a game that I'm really nostalgic for. This game really was a huge part of my childhood. If you guys can't tell, I'm not playing this on an N64, nor am I using an emulator. I'm actually using the GameCube Collector's Edition port that was basically sold when the GameCube went on sale for $99, and, well, basically I mentioned that, like, back in my Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee video, so it was basically a good thing that the GameCube sales tanked when they first came out, because otherwise I never would have been able to get one on the cheap, and I probably would have never been able to play this game, and my life would be so different. Anyway, I'm gonna basically play through this, and, pretty much like that, the footage that I recorded for the audio drama, that was basically me taking the game slow, and basically like me just like making sure that all the dialogue boxes were read, but this time, I'm not gonna bother with that. I am gonna do like the side quests and whatnot. I'm gonna make sure like to get as close to 100% that I can, including the Skulltulas, so, but I'm basically like, I'm not necessarily going to speedrun the game, but I am going to try to get through it quickly, because I remember basically, like, when I was recording the footage, having to stop to make sure, like, every single box of dialogue was recorded. It got really tedious and frustrating, so here we are. I'm finally ready to go back to Ocarina of Time. Now, don't get me wrong, the episodes for the Ocarina of Time audio drama, they will continue. I've already got, like, at least one of them prepared, and I've already started work on the next one, and that should be, like, the penultimate one. There should be one final episode after that, but I might end up splitting that one into multiple parts, considering that it will probably get very lengthy, so. But anyways, let's start it, shall we? I take you back 20 years ago. In the vast deep forest of Hyrule. Long have I served as the guardian spirit. I am known as the Deku Tree. Yeah, sorry I had to talk over you in the audio drama. The children of the forest, the Kokiri, live here with me. Each Kokiri has his or own guardian fairy. However, there is one boy who does not have a fairy. Girl of your dreams. Navi, where art thou? Come hither. Oh, Navi the fairy, listen to my words, the words of the Deku Tree. Seems kind of redundant, don't you think? Dost thou sense it? The climate of evil descending upon this realm. Malevolent forces, even now, are mustering to attack our land of Hyrule. For so long, the Kokiri Forest, the source of life, has stood as a barrier, deterring outsiders and maintaining the order of the world. But before this tremendous evil power, even my power is as nothing. It seems the time has come for the boy without a fairy to begin his journey. The youth whose destiny it is to lead Hyrule to the path of justice and truth. Navi, go now. Find our young friend and guide him to me. I do not have much time left. Fly, Navi! Fly, you fools! The fate of the forest, nay, the world depends upon thee. It makes me wonder how much the Deku Tree actually knew about what was going to happen. I mean, he is one of the guardian spirits, so I guess that means he kind of outranks the sages, so... Then again, I just don't know. Hey, Meadow. God, I love this game so much. I really just wish that you could manipulate the camera like this. So you can get, like, beautiful scenery shots of the entire area like this. And I just love the polygonal shapes and the graphics of this game because I never really see bad graphics or outdated graphics as a hindrance, because graphics to me never become outdated. This right here has a charm to it. And I'll explain that more as we go along. Hello, Link! Wake up! I don't know if I'm gonna do that. The Great Deku Tree wants to talk to you! Link, get up! Nah, I probably won't. I'll just let you guys read it. I just basically like to make it clear that most of the sentiments that I established Link is having in the game, those are real sentiments that I really have. I really do feel like the hatred that Navi gets is seriously overblown, and why does Link have all of these tools in his house? That's weird. I really do think that she's not really as bad as everybody makes her out to be. But I probably won't be taking her advice as often as I was in the other playthrough, so I basically have seen all the dialogue boxes that she gives. Hello, Saria. Yahoo! Hi, Link! For those of you who are probably saying that it's actually pronounced Saria, well, screw you guys. I basically always pronounce it as Saria because, like, the closest thing that we have in our dialect is Maria, so that's pretty much how I pronounce it. That's the entrance. Hey you, Mr. No Fairy, what's your business with the Great Deku Tree? Without a fairy, you're not even a real man. What? You've got a fairy? Say what? The Deku Tree actually summoned you? What? Why would he summon you and not the Great Meadow? Meadow, I've met greatness, and you, sir, are no papyrus. This isn't funny! I don't believe it. You aren't even fully equipped yet. How do you think you're going to help the Great Deku Tree without both a sword and shield ready? What? you're right, I don't have my equipment ready, but if you want to pass through here, you should at least equip a sword and a shield. Sheesh! Right, so this is basically the first task of the game. You have to basically go around the Kokiri Forest and find whatever money that you can. Basically, like, you gotta collect at least 40 rupees in order to basically, like, buy a Deku Shield. I remember back when I was a kid, this seemed like such a daunting task because I didn't exactly know where to go to find each bit of money. I remember the first time I ever saw gameplay of this game, like, my family went on vacation to the Beau Rivage Hotel. I think that's basically in Mississippi. Anyway, my brother and I were left alone in the room, and basically that was back when, like, hotels would let you rent game consoles. Each room came with a game console. They would let you, like, plug it in so that you could basically, like, well, they would let you buy, like, an hour's worth of gameplay, and you would plug it in, you would basically, like, play for an hour, and then suddenly the game would shut off, and that was the first time I ever saw it. My brother convinced my dad to let us buy, like, an hour's worth, but he ended up playing the entire way, so I'm just checking, like, my game audio. It's all the way back up to where I think it should be, so so this should be plenty loud enough. Anyways, that was the first time, and my brother actually spent, like, so much time trying to find the money that basically by the time the hour was up, we basically, like, had only finished the first dungeon. Hello, Fado. I know who you really are. The hair gives it away. If you guys are wondering what that is, leave me a comment what I mean by that. Leave me a comment down in the comment section below. I'll be glad to share my theories with you. Okay, I know what you're thinking. And you're wrong. You're wrong. I'm pretty sure this is Midow's house. Sure he wouldn't mind if I helped myself. I think there should be a green one in here. Ooh! I'm pretty sure the other ones are just hearts, though. Hearts, stars, horseshoes, clovers, and blue moons. Pots of golden rainbows, and the red balloons. That's me lucky charms! You know, it's weird. Like, before, basically, I just saw the game in action. I didn't think much of The Legend of Zelda. I thought that Link was basically a kind of a Peter Pan knockoff. And I assumed that the game would basically be, you know, childish like that. Wow, I've already got 36 rupees. Man, this just became cake as you get older. And I remember back when I was a kid, walking that bridge was pretty difficult. But, like I said, it becomes cake when you're older. But, at least it would, if I was being careful. Blue Rupee's not back? Fado, you're stiffing me. Maybe another game of hopscotch will do it. Nope. Yes, it's a tutorial level. Get used to them. Besides, like, if I basically, like, continue playing Zelda games like I plan to, I'm gonna have to actually go through the tutorials. There, that ought to do it. I really do wonder, who is paying him 5 rupees for just jumping across? Does this thing say? Stepping stones in the pond. If you boldly go in the direction you want to jump, you will leap automatically. If you hop around on the stones, you'll become happier. Because you get money. Look, Squidward, money! Welcome. I always love giving this guy like a deep voice because his face looks like he'd have one, doesn't it? I mean, this guy looks like he has a soul patch. Welcome. We sell shields, but not swords. But not swords. Ba-da-da-da. Like I said in like the audio drama, I like the idea from the manga a bit more that the Deku Shield was something important that Link had to actually make from the bark of the Deku Tree himself. And then that way, like back in episode 5 when the thing caught fire and burned in the Spirit Temple, we'll get to that eventually, that it basically meant more, and that's the way to the Lost Woods. I'm supposed to be going over here. Man, I am getting all turned around. You know what? I can't help it. He's a jerk. Throwing rocks at your enemy's house. Link approved. And Linkzilla approved. Who am I kidding? Nobody's actually gonna... Although, I seem to remember basically like one time when I was just randomly like flipping around here and like locking on and jumping, I somehow got 5 rupees and I don't know why. Well, I guess there's that. Ha! Ha! Advantages of being a kid. You're small and you can easily fit around places. I'd turn back if I were you. Bum ba da bum bum ba da. The Know-It-All Brothers. But I already know it all. At least about this game. Although I did find some secrets playing through it, like for the footage. Kokiri Sword. You know, if I could basically make a confession about, like, the whole audio drama thing, basically speaking, kind of embarrassed, but I didn't really realize that last November would be the 20th anniversary, and I was in the middle of playing, like, The Nightmare Before Christmas, and I suddenly got the idea to do it. Suddenly got the idea to basically play the game, to celebrate it, and, well... That was basically just a few weeks before November even began, and I underestimated how long it would take to edit down the videos and to add the audio to them, so... Right, fully equipped. Oh! Man, you can never know what's gonna get you paid in Hyrule. I wonder if Saria is still there. Yep, she is. Yeah, I kinda like this dialogue. What? That bum! There is only one sword hidden somewhere in the forest. I can't help it. Even though it's probably not alluding to what I basically have always saw this as, I feel like this whole scene right here perfectly sums up me, the entirety of my character. Hey, dumb nuts. If you have to choose between a sword or a shield, take the shield. Good grief! Well, even with all that stuff, a wimp is still a wimp, huh? I, the Great Minnow, will never accept you as one of us. Shoot! How'd you get to be the favorite of Saria and the Great Deku Tree? Huh? For those of you who are wondering, basically in the final episode of, the audio drama, Mido is actually going to have a significant role to play. I basically set it up for, back in episode 6, back with his temperament changing in the Forest Temple. Mido has basically been undergoing a character arc, and it's basically... Ooh. Stick! I got a stick! You got a Deku stick. And it's basically going to pay off in, the final episode. It's going to be used to reference something that's basically going to happen, later on in Zelda canon, which maybe I'll get to eventually. Great Deku Tree, I'm back! Took your sweet time. Oh, Navi, thou hast returned. Link, welcome. Listen carefully to what I, the Deku Tree, am about to tell thee. Thy slumber these past moons must have been restless and full of nightmares. As the servants of evil gain strength, a vile climate pervades the land and causes nightmares to those sensitive to it. Hey, I'm not sensitive. I basically just can't handle hot and cold all that well. Verily, thou hast felt it. Link, the time has come to test thy courage. I have been cursed. I need you to break the curse with your wisdom and courage. You know, I wonder if Link ever looks back on this time and really kicking himself for not knowing the Song of Healing. Dost thou have the courage enough to undertake this task? Yeah, sure. Then enter, brave Link, and thou too, Navi. Navi the fairy, thou must aid Link. And Link, when Navi speaks, okay, game mechanics, yeah. Anybody else find this just the slightest bit awkward? I mean, I know he's just a tree and everything, but... Inside the Deku Tree. I think that might be a little bit awkward because the Deku Tree is practically like Link's adoptive father and everything. At least that's basically how I portrayed him in the drama. Hey Pops! You got cobwebs in ya! I guess that's up in his head. Makes sense, old age and whatnot. Nuts! I'd like to point out that these were included in Smash Bros. Ultimate, but they're so small that I couldn't recognize them at first. And then basically I saw what they did, and I'm like, oh, it's the Deku Nut!
Hey,
Listen! I guess this gives him a bit of a backed up feeling. Climb. Good, let me go back. If only that could actually work IRL. Wahaha! You're supposed to basically use that platform to get across, but what the heck? I take the easy way out. Pretty sure that this is just a heart, but when am I ever gonna come back here? How does the Deku-Tree have all this stuff lying around inside him? Like I said, makes more sense for Link to have made this. Granted, I don't think that was my idea. I think that was just something else that I took from the manga. Let's see. You see, you're supposed to use the slingshot to actually shoot that down, but me, I just prefer doing this. Circumvention, circumvention, I like to cheat the system. And Link's a natural crack shot. Though, I think it helps that he has a big glowing yellow target that just flies in front of them. Bet all of you are thinking that he's actually aiming at her. Friggin' Navi haters. I mean, it would be one thing if it just wasn't repeated over and over and over again. It's like the joke that everybody keeps repeating. Just not gonna be funny anymore.
Watch out!
Big spiders. Why did I go around this way? Compass! I need a compass. Gold Sculptor. Kite and Giddy! Though, truth be told, I really think that I could just skip this entire room. Like, I only need it for the compass. And the gold Skulltula. Well, As much as I'd like to keep the C buttons empty for now, just to prove that I can, I'm just gonna go right to it. After all, I am working against the clock on these episodes. Apologies to anyone with arachnophobia. Well, we're gonna be taking the fast way down. Boing. Physics! I love it! If my memory is serving me correctly, there should be, I think, maybe one gold Skulltula in here that I can't get, or maybe one that I'm supposed to come back when I have the boomerang, but we'll just see about that when we get there. Alright. Oh, there it is. Simple enough. Oh yeah. Let's see here. Map. I guess there's still some more. Oh, forgot. Definitely want to save. It's so interesting that in the first 3 dungeons where Link is a kid, he doesn't have to use any keys and whatnot. The dungeons don't have keys. Ah, my stick burned. I like these scrubs. They're amicable. 23 is number 1. 2, 3, 1. 23 is number 1. Do you think I am a traitor? Seeds. What's the matter, buddy? You got something in your eye? Huh. You know, I've played the Master Quest version of this game, and I remember this puzzle being slightly more difficult there. Oops. My timing is off. Right, go swim. Ow! Owie! Abby, I'm kind of in the middle of something. And Link is just blinking. Like seriously? Spiders. Egg sacs. I have no idea how that hits, but it works. This makes no sense, and yet it's working. Oh yeah, there's a bombable wall in here. That's why I need to come back. Curse you. Yo, Deku Tree, why do you have a big friggin' rock wall inside of you? You're a tree. Speaking of which, why do you have lit torches inside of you? Those are questions that I really should have been asking for years, shouldn't I? That's basically why I had to retrofit this entire part of the story back when I was writing the drama. Basically, like, instead of making the Deku Tree a dungeon, he had to basically, like, be just a race against time to stop Goma from eating him from the inside out and laying her eggs inside of him. Man, we're making great time. Like, I'm about to beat this little dungeon, and then we can spend the rest of the episode heading for Hyrule Castle. We must be at the root. Looks like we've gone for the root of the problem. Let's see. 23. Is number 1. How did you know our secret? How irritating! It's so annoying that I'm going to reveal the secret of Queen Goma to you! In order to administer the coup de grace to the Queen Goma, strike you with your sword while she is stunned. Oh, Queenie! Sorry about that. I love that sense of humor. Kinda wish that the rest of the game had a little bit more of that. Like, silly moments with, like, enemy monsters revealing to you their boss's weaknesses. But the thing about it is, this game, like, undergoes kind of like a major tonal shift. Right. Let's say hello, shall we? Goma! Goma! Where is it? Let it show itself. That's creepy. Man, I don't think that's how eyes are supposed to work. Like, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be stuff connected to the back of the eyeball. For dry, red eyes, use Deku seeds. Flawless victory. And now brace yourselves, people, because we're in for some long-ass cutscenes. Like the type of cutscenes that basically would have burned out like the hard drive on an N64. I took her heart. Well done, Link. Wow, that barely took you any time at all. Close your mouth, dude. Though thou hast verily demonstrated thy courage, I knew that thou wouldst be able to carry out my wishes. Now, I have yet more to tell ye. Wouldst thou listen? Do I even have a choice? Because if I say no, you're just going to keep me here anyway. Now listen carefully. A wicked man of the desert cast this dreadful curse upon me. It all began in him. This evil man ceaselessly uses his vile sorcerous powers in his search for the sacred realm that is connected to Hyrule. For it is in that sacred realm that one will find the divine relic, the Triforce, which contains the essence of the gods. Before time began, before spirits and life existed, the three golden goddesses descended upon the chaos that was Hyrule. I like to think that the chaos was engulfing the planet, not just the land. Din, the goddess of power. Nehru, the goddess of wisdom. Faeror, the goddess of courage. With her strong, flaming arms, she cultivated the land and created the Red Earth. Nehru poured her wisdom onto the earth and gave the spirit of law to the world. Faeror, with her rich soul, produced all life forms who would uphold the law. Wow, and it didn't even take them 6 days. The three golden goddesses, with their labors completed, departed for the heavens, and the golden triangles remained at the point where the goddesses left the world. Since then, the sacred triangles have become the basis of our world's providence, and the resting place of the triangles has become the sacred realm. That relic is a curse upon the land of Hyrule. Thou must never allow the desert man in black armor to lay his hands on the sacred Triforce. Thou must never suffer that man with his evil heart to enter the sacred realm of legend. That evil man who cast the death curse upon me and sapped my power. Because of that curse, My end is nigh. Though your valiant efforts to break the curse were successful, I was doomed before you started. I guess it basically took such a toll on him that he didn't have enough time to recover. Yes, I will pass away soon. Do not grieve for me. Don't grieve, Admiral. 'Tis logical. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. I have been, and always shall be, your friend. I have been able to tell you of these important matters. This is Hyrule's final hope. And Link is just sitting there casually. Link, go now to Hyrule Castle. There, thou wilt surely meet the Princess of Destiny. Take this stone with you. The stone that the man wanted so much that he cast the curse upon me. Cha-ching! I gotta admit, that is a huge rock. It's the size of the kid's fist. With gold filigree. The Kokiri symbol. You've got the Kokiri's Emerald. This is one of the spiritual stones. This is the spiritual stones of the forest, now entrusted to you by the great Deku Tree. The future depends upon thee, Link. Thou art courageous. Navi the Fairy, help Link to carry out my will. I entreat ye, Navi. Goodbye. Live long and prosper. I gotta admit, I actually did get teary-eyed when I first saw this. Because it almost sets a precedence for this game. Like, you can only succeed. Wait, you succeed only to fail. Let's go to Hyrule Castle, Link. Goodbye, great Deku Tree. Domo arigato, Sensei. I left the forest crying that day. What do you want? Why does he automatically go there? You know what? Since I've got a little bit of extra time, I'm basically gonna do something quick that I haven't done in any playthrough before. I feel like basically it would save me some time when I end up coming back here. No, I'm not gonna talk to any of them. Just gonna make a quick stop over in the Lost Woods. I can't help it, I like some of her dialogue. Yeah, this will save me a few seconds. Bullseye. Cool! You're great! You scored 3 perfect bullseyes! I had to give a neat present to such a wonderful person! Please take it! I had to give a neat present to such a wonderful person. And of course, the poor Deku Scrub never suspected that I'm actually a completely amoral sociopath. Nah. Oh, you're leaving? I knew that you would leave the forest someday, Link, because you are different from your friends. But that's okay because we'll be friends forever, won't we? I wonder how much she knew. I really do. I want you to have this ocarina. Please take good care of it. You guys know my feelings about this. It does seem kind of convenient that the one instrument that becomes so crucial for Link in this adventure is the same one that he ended up getting from his friend earlier on. And this little fairy ocarina had a role to play in the manga too. I just decided to go with something different. When you play my ocarina, I hope you will think of me and come back to the forest to visit. This conversation ended with a hug. She was his best good friend. And I'm probably going to be repeating this throughout like the rest of my playthrough. I did not throw the damn thing away. Now it's time to meet Gabora Gabora. Woohoo! Link, look up here. It appears that the time has finally come for you to start your adventure. You will encounter many hardships ahead. That is your fate. Don't feel discouraged even during the toughest times. Go straight this way and you will see Hyrule Castle. You will meet a princess there. If you are lost and don't know which way to go, look at the map. The areas you have explored will be shown on the map. Flashing dot showing you which way you should go next. Did you get all that? This is basically a bit of a trap for people who are like rushing through it because it's instinct to basically just keep pressing A in order to get through it as quickly as possible. I love that. Alright then, I'll see you around. Gabora Gabora, Link's friend. Kind of like an old sagely uncle. Yep, raised by a tree and a bird. People wonder if I'm well adjusted. That was one of my favorite jokes adding in the audio drama. Anyway, I have no idea why, but for some reason, walking backwards is actually faster than walking forwards in this game. And this is how I'm going to get inside Castletown before nightfall, making a complete backwards beeline for the moat. As long as I don't fall into the moat. And watch, it's twilight, but I cross the threshold, and poof! It's midday again! Ah, I wonder what's in here. Papa, 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 pots! I'm sorry, I got a little bit carried away there. It's just, I walk into a house, I see a whole bunch of pots, and I just can't help myself. Money, 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 money. I've almost got a full wallet. Man, I am so bored. Things would sure be more interesting if there were more troubles in the world. Hey, that's just between you and me, okay? Anyway, maybe we can let off some steam by breaking these jars. You have no idea what you have just enabled. Stand near a jar and press... A lot of people like to think that this guy actually becomes the ghost seller, like in the future. But... Or maybe he even becomes a ghost, I don't know. Anyway, let's get to it. We only have 8 minutes left. Paul! I don't need to talk to any of you, because I've already heard it all. Oh, but I do want to talk to you. I like redheads. It's a good thing that there'll never be a live-action Zelda movie, or else they'll end up replacing Milan with some girl who's not a redhead. You're not from around here, are you? You're a fairy boy! Lon Lon Ranch. Man, I really wish that I could get that shot of Hyrule Castle in the daylight, but can't stop, I'm already late. Yo, Gabby! Put your head on straight, soldier! The princess is inside the castle, just ahead. Be careful not to get caught by the guards. On this ground, time flows normally. I just love how they try to explain the fact that time doesn't move in certain areas of the game. Although I wish time would completely stop dead if you were in a town or something. It actually basically encouraged me to go out and socialize. Woohoo! You're a smart kid. Good luck then. Woohoo! Well, nothing that I can do except wait for morning. Strange. That usually works. Of course, he doesn't know the song yet. I might as well get a heart piece out of it. 5 minutes left, but I want to keep going. I want to basically, like, get some resolution. Hey, Dougie. Follow me, please. Ah, it's not your dog? Dang it. Well, keep it anyway. There we go. Richard! Huh, I guess I didn't need to wait for daylight after all. I love listening to her sing. Breakfast. Weird egg. Something moving inside. Vines can be temperamental. I can basically get it right down the middle. Just went from breakfast to lunch. I like to point out the fact that this kid is running around with a live chicken in his shirt. It's always one of the funniest parts of this game. I used that as a not-so-subtle innuendo back in the audio drama, if any of you remember. It's a good thing that Link is wearing green. That gives the guards an excuse to have not noticed him. Doesn't this guy look familiar? Wake up, Talon. What tarnation? Can't a person get a little shut-eye around here? Hello, and who might you be? Yep, I'm Talon, owner of Lon Lon Ranch. I went to the castle to deliver some milk, but I sat down here to rest and I must have fell asleep. What? Milan was looking for me? I'm gonna catch it from her now. I messed up bad leaving Milan behind to wait for me. She's really gonna let me have it. He always was a fast runner in his youth. Not so much of a jumper anymore, though. 1 minute left, but I'm not quitting until I get in there. And I'm not even quitting once I get in there. Tell that woman she's dead when I get in there! You know, they never do anything about these crates of milk. This is perishable materials here, and they just leave it lying out in the open so that kids can parkour with it. Helm's Deep has but one weakness. A small cold one that acts as little more than a drain. Time to be stealthy. Oh, that's the timer. But not giving up yet. That guy looks like he has to pee. All clear. Logan, I need to pee. Hey, buddy. Nice armor. Oh, wow, they're synced up. I've never seen them get synced up like this. Oh, not anymore. I'll beat him there. He can't see me because he's off screen. I just passed through that tree. I'll beat him there! This song still gets to me, even after everything that's happened. I like to think of this as portraits of the previous royal family. But that's a theory for another day. Though you might end up hearing it in episode 9 of the drama. Can't believe I actually made it here within the first episode. But I wonder if I should cut it short here. Well, considering that basically this is like nothing more than a whole bunch of cutscenes, I might as well, so... Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please leave a comment in the comment section below, share, like, and share with your friends. If you want to keep up to date with a continuation of Ocarina of Time coming your way in the future, then be sure to slash that subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications. And as always, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Where's the remote? Later!